Marvelous Monday. It is also Marvelous Monday because it is the birthday of baby Zanna Jordan. It is also the birthday of a precious little boy. I think it's Drake's birthday tomorrow. Yeah. So they are only one day apart, and he walked before her, and she probably talked before him because she's related to me, so she talks a lot. She's so precious. Happy baby. Happy birthday to Zanna Jordan Bruce. We love you, we love you, we love you. And today we're going to share things about the people we love. The people we love in my life include somebody who changed my life forever and then sadly left me because he passed away. Now, when I lost my producer, Fred Wyndham, I lost a very important part of my life because there was never a time I couldn't pick up the phone and call him and he could solve every problem I ever had. He could lead me in whatever direction I needed to go. He was the guiding force behind Heart of the Home. And today his sister is in town and his nephew is in town, and I'm going to spend some time with them. And in honor of them, their family, the legacy, the life that he led, and the legacy that he left, they have something going on down in Macon, Georgia, and it is for the whole community. And we were laughing this weekend. We had Christmas in August at our office in all of downtown Ball Ground. It was the hottest day of the year. It was the most miserable day of the year. People were sweating, they were falling out, they were dying. It was so hot. It was so hot and so miserable, but we had such a good turnout, such a good day, and thank you to everybody who stopped by. Thank you to everybody who participated. Evelyn got out and beat the streets up, talking to people, encouraging people, asking the business owners to be a part, and I love that almost everyone was part of this. That's what Ball Ground is about. It's about a really sweet community. We also had a really good meeting with, we're with a company now that is the largest in the state of Georgia. We have over 4,600 agents, and we work tirelessly together, and we have the best leading team to do what we need to do. And I got to show them Ball Ground, and I love showing off Ball Ground. And we showed them the little tiny businesses, the big homes, the nice views. We showed them everything about Ball Ground, and they said, we can't wait to come back. That's what you want to hear. That's what you want to hear. So if you're in a community that is facing, maybe it's not the busiest community ever, don't give up on it, because Ball Ground wasn't for a while, and now almost every building on Main Street has an open and active business, which is really, really cool. And we have so many things going on. There's always an event in the park, or they had the farmers market this weekend. It did very, very well. If your little town isn't thriving, get together a team. You need to get Evelyn to lead the team because she can make things happen. I don't think she's available for anywhere but Ball Ground, but get somebody like her. But it is all about promoting and doing and being proud of the place you live. So from Morganton to Turtletown to Ducktown to all those little communities, get out and shop locally. Shop in Blue Ridge, shop in Ellijay, eat out in your local communities. Quit getting in your car and spending that ridiculous price for gas and driving down to Marietta to eat. Eat locally. Do it, and make a difference in your community. Fred Wyndham made a difference in my life. He made a difference in the community he grew up in. He made a difference on the mission field. Some of the first recordings he ever did were with missionaries in foreign countries. His sister Joanne has been very active in doing things for others. That's what that family, the foundation of that family, is doing for others, and I love that about them. When he decided that Heart of the Home was going to go international, and he chose, he just said, we're going to do this. We're going to go on the Angel Network, and we're going to do this. And I said, okay, are you sure? Yeah. He was such a leader and such a force. And if you're lucky enough to be one of those people who has our ETC services with WATC on it, you know that WATC is built on, it is good faith-based preaching and singing and messages and just good stuff. That program and that station started at Fred Wyndham's studio in Woodstock, Georgia. And the studio was all set up. He had 4 different areas where he did things. He had so much equipment and so much stuff. And for him to lose his life to COVID was pretty sad. He actually took the shot, and the shot threw a blood clot and took him out of here. So it was very, very sad, and I miss him so much. But today you're going to get to see him, and you're going to get to understand what he was all about. And the great thing about it is he's gone to be with Jesus, but he's still giving back, and that's what he did. This weekend was Zanna's birthday party, and we've got to share that with y'all. You know that I couldn't show up here today without pictures and videos of baby Zanna. So here we go. We're going to share, and I got to tell y'all, I've ordered a lot of cakes from a lot of bakeries, and 99% of them have been excellent, excellent cakes. This one was over the top amazing. Christ Cake Company in White, Georgia did this birthday cake. Ansley saw it in a magazine, saw it on Pinterest, saw it on the internet, and said, Nanny, this is the cake we have to have. You ought to try to find somebody to make this cake. It was amazing. Leanne, you are amazing. Absolutely amazing. You talk about a decorator. Oh yeah. She is the decorator, but she's also the baker extraordinaire. It tasted better than it looked. So I hope that you will pay attention. If you like strawberries, oh my, you would have loved this cake. Here we go. Everybody who can video, please. So, Ansley, come here. So I'm getting over here. Ansley, you get right there with Zanna. Dom, you get right here between us. Okay. Here we go. Are you going to put that? Yes. Yes. All right. Okay, we ready? Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll push her.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Zanna. Happy birthday to you. Yay!
Okay.
Yay!
Oh, I hate to cut this cake off.
I know.
I hate to get to it. We've got lots of pictures of it. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. All right, first piece. Oh my gosh, this looks so good.
Are you gonna eat some cake?
Oh, hang on, I got it.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Hang on, we'll get it.
Yay.
Still in this too.
Got it? You want a piece?
Jerk that up.
Just try it.
It's not gonna
Slice it and dice it.
Thank you. I hate to mess with it.
Think you're right. Or something else. Oh, there's ice cream in the freezer. There's two different kinds. Yeah, y'all. Ice cream. I forgot.
Hunter, watch out. I'm looking down.
You're absolutely right. Elvis, also known as Sean Connery.
No rules here.
What about if we get the ice cream out and everybody just stand in line to get their ice cream? And we do that?
I know.
Cute. Here you go. Come here. Show them what I do. Wait for that. Yep.
I think that's it.
No, all right. Let me get ice cream. Yay. Now let me tell y'all about that cake. That cake, I don't know what kind of icing she uses, but it was light. You could eat more of it because it was light. It wasn't heavy, it wasn't sugary, it was amazing. And Auntie Evelyn and Auntie Vicky were guarding the cake with the baby because we were just waiting on her to put her fingers in the cake and we'd have been in a world of trouble. But it was so yummy, y'all. I've bought a lot of cakes in my years of raising kids and grandkids and all this stuff, but I have never had a cake that good. It was yummy. And of course, our strawberry girl, and I have to tell you, the theme of the party was monkeys and strawberries, because Zanna is truly our little monkey because she climbs on everything. She is a climber. And she loves strawberries. So of course it had to be a strawberry and monkey party. And honestly, it was so sweet. All the kids were so good. They all got along and they just had the best time. She had all her little cousins there and friends, and it was precious. It was just precious to see, honoring this precious baby who truly is our miracle baby. And what a joy. We're right now dealing with a little baby goat that's only 3 pounds and 8 ounces, and I was thinking about that last night. When Ansley was born, she was just under 4 pounds. This little tiny baby goat that's struggling to live is almost the same weight that Ansley was when she was born, and she was in the neonatal unit. So for Zanna to be here healthy and having a blast and so good and so sweet and just has the most amazing personality. We don't know where she gets it, but she loves everybody. She never sees a stranger. She is just so sweet and so good, and we're so very thankful for it. And to everybody who came out to help bless us. And there's Taylor standing over in the corner in the green shirt. Taylor is the wife of a soldier who is now battling cancer. And would you please, they have 2 children, would you please say a prayer for Taylor's husband, because that's very young to be battling cancer, and he is, and they have 2 young children. So Taylor was doing face painting, and she was so precious, and she was just the sweetest personality, the sweetest girl, and she did all kinds of things for the kids, and they loved it. So just a sweet day, and to be able to see this healthy, happy baby, and know that, you know, her being is truly a miracle, because her mother surviving is a miracle. And there is Dawn and her sister. Look how much taller Dawn is than her sister Amanda. That's so crazy. Oh, Amanda is shorter like her mama, and there you go. And there's Amanda's beautiful daughter. Beautiful. She's so gorgeous. Well, it was such a good day, and we're so honored that folks came out to spend time with this precious baby that we do love. We love this girl. We didn't get any of the guys in the picture. I don't know where the guys were, probably out in the car talking about cars. But it was just a good day, and thank you to everybody who came. And it was fun. It was just fun. She had not had a nap all day, and I was a nervous wreck. I thought this kid's gonna have a fit and all things were gonna go crazy, but it didn't. It was absolutely wonderful. Now, I have to brag on some folks that we met this weekend. By mistake and disaster, we met some really good vets over in Cleveland, Georgia. A phone call directed us up to somebody else in another town in Georgia, and we got there after a long trip, and they said, oh, we don't do goats. Okay, well, when you call and you say, I'm coming with an emergency for a baby goat, and they say, come on, we're here, you think they're going to treat a goat. No. So we start over, and the trip ends up in Cleveland, Georgia. Dr. Pam and Dr. Ron Milligan are more than amazing. They work mobile only. They do horses, goats, and cows. They don't do cats or dogs. They did that when they were at the University of Georgia, but now they only do what I call livestock animals. They are amazing. They are a team, and they are just the best. They've been married 47 years. They work out of their home and out of their pickup trucks, and they go on site to farms. They have saved some animals that nobody thought would be saved. This little one is still with us this morning. He's still very fragile, so he was 6 days old today. So we are praying that he will get better. They treated him for a lot of things yesterday, and they also treated his mom. Now there he is as we got home, and I bathed him, and he was standing up. He was doing better, but he's still very weak, and bless his heart. That was he's getting a little perky. I really think these few hours with the vets, we were there about 5 or 5.5 hours, but I really think that time they spent with him and everything they did for him, they stomach fed him, they did all kinds of things. They gave him all kinds of stuff. But what amazing people. So if you have livestock, horses, cattle, goats, Dr. Pam and Dr. Ron Milliken are in Cleveland, Georgia. They are absolutely amazing. I think their practice is called Chattahoochee Medical, but they're awesome. They're awesome. And I truly believe that baby would not be alive today, because when we walked in the first vet who said, oh no, we don't treat goats. I mean, well, I'm thinking this goat's on his death door right here and you're turning us away. I was not happy. And you know, y'all know how I act when I'm not happy. That's this morning, and he was a little perky. He sounded a little more vocal this morning, and had a good night last night. He did okay, and I've been syringe feeding him and hoping to get enough in him, and milking his mom and then syringe feeding him and just trying to get it done. But he is precious, so please say a prayer for him. And again, if you need a good vet for horses, for cattle, for large animals, then you pick up the phone and you call, and they are absolutely amazing. The best way to get in touch with them, though, they said, was to text them. And I will share their number with y'all on my Facebook page. I'll share their number. But they're just amazing, and they work literally out of their pickup trucks. They have 2 pickup trucks loaded down that look like traveling hospitals. So we were very blessed and very fortunate that they could have turned us away like the other vet said and you know, not done it, but they said, yeah, come on. And it took about an hour and 25 minutes to get to their house, but got there, and the rest of the day was spent with them treating that baby and her mama. So thank you to Dr. Pam and Dr. Ron. That was awesome. Today, I have to say a big thank you in a million ways. I could never say enough thank yous to Fred Wyndham, and I'm going to get to spend time with Joanne today, and it's going to be exciting. It's going to be hard. She's here, got a lot of his stuff to go through, a lot of things to deal with. That goodbye was one of those that I don't think anybody expected, because he had beaten the odds so many times, but, and he says, boy, I would never do this again. So it did take him to see Jesus. He lived his life to see Jesus. So you're going to get to meet my friend Fred Wyndham right now as we go to, I think this was his last interview that he did with me here at ETC. Credits. You will see his name about anywhere I've been, because Mr. Fred Wyndham and I have been working together several years. You told me you weren't looking for new people to work with. You didn't have time to fool with anybody else. I took you to lunch, and the rest is history.
That's right. That's right.
The rest is
and
history.
we started the next week, I believe.
We did. And your secretary said, Fred, you went up there to tell her you weren't taking on new clients, and you said you haven't met her.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
Many years later, we are still together doing what we absolutely love. And one of the things we love is, in the heart of the home, we always showcase some music.
Right.
Now, from your archives, you found some music that is incredible. Can you read me the email you got from Rusty Goodman's son-in-law?
Oh, let's see.
This is interesting, because many families sitting out there whose family may have been like Eva Mae Lefevre, so many people who've gone on, don't know that there's footage hidden away of their family members.
I didn't actually know it. Matter of fact, I was with Michael. We were doing a production down in Biloxi, Mississippi. And I told him, I said, I think I've got some footage of Rusty. He said, if you ever find it, he said, please send it to me. Well, I started going through, this was 3 years later I found it. And so I sent it to him, and he sent me an email back. It was, you don't realize what things like that mean to people.
Right.
You know, I looked at it and I went, oh, this is pretty, you know.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. I enjoyed it. I mean, it was 30 years old. But it was a year before Rusty died. And anyway, he wrote me back an email and he says, Fred, man, I apologize for taking so long in my response. Thank you for your kind and gracious act of sending these video pieces of Rusty to us. I just today first viewed these DVDs. It blew my mind. The songs Mystery of It All and Blessed Assurance absolutely nailed me. These DVDs are priceless, and I'll keep these until my dying day. I'll never be able to thank you enough, but please know that your act of kindness is very much appreciated. This afternoon, I'm in hopes of playing some of this for Billy, which is Rusty's wife, as well as Tanya, his daughter, and Allison, his granddaughter. I can't wait to see their faces as they view this footage. Thanks, and if I can ever be of service to you, please don't hesitate to contact Michael.
Well, this footage, what do you think it was like for his wife to see this? 30
I can
years
only
old.
imagine,
Yeah.
because, like I said, this was not long before Rusty died. And he had cancer, and yeah, I almost tear up thinking about it, because Rusty was such a dedicated, good man, and such a talent. And
How old was he when he passed away?
he was probably in his late 40s, I would
I
think.
think so, yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, such a talent. Been with the Goodmans all his life. And like I said, when I found the footage, I was a little disappointed because it has some glitches in it from being 30 years old, stored away, that kind of thing.
Right.
But when I got this email back from Michael, it just like, I'm so glad I pulled it out. I still got probably 200 tapes to go through of things that I just stored away. You know, like we got through with them, I stored them, stuck them on a shelf, and of course I was busy all those years, so I just never really went back and looked at them.
Now, speaking of all those years, you've been in television how many years?
I started in 1976, so that's what, 34 years?
Okay, in 34 years, talk about the changes.
Oh, well, it's total.
Because a lot of the footage we're going to see is black and white.
No,
is it
it's,
all
it's,
color?
it's all
Okay.
color. It's
Okay.
all color. Some of the first footage that I shot was black and white, but none of this is black
She's
and
thinking
white.
back when she started.
Back when I was a child, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's when the cameras were made out of wood,
Yes,
right?
that's
Okay.
right. That's right. That's right. Now, you just came back from the trade show, and you said the difference of the cameras we will soon be working with are so totally.
Well, yeah, the HD TV, actually, people don't realize HD TV is actually a bigger change than black and white to color was technically. Because,
Who said that? Angel
Somebody
Spirit.
likes you.
Angel Spirit called and said, "Tell you hello, and you look well, and good to see you on TV again."
hello,
Good.
Angel Spirit.
Hey, yay.
But the technology is just, and of course everything's computerized now. Used to, we would tape it and we would stick it in one machine and another machine, and you would turn the machines on together because there was no controller to control, and try to hit the button at the right time to do the editing, and
wow.
so it took forever to edit. And now, of course, now we put it into the computers. The new cameras that I'm looking at now actually record directly to chip, so you don't
So
have
it
to.
takes the editing issue out?
Well, no, you still have to edit it, but you don't have to take it from tape, put it in the computer, or which
Right.
runs in real time.
Right.
So if you tape for an hour, it takes an hour to put it in. Now you can just take the chip, stick it in, and edit directly. The video is, of course, 1,080 lines compared to 525 lines. But you'll know now, if you think about it, the old TVs wouldn't even work anymore. When we went from black and white to color, the black and white still would pick up the color programs. So that's how big the change was. But I think it's for the better.
Now you've got, what do you call that thing you carry in your pocket? Because you brought me some programs you had edited for me, and we sat there at Five Guys eating us a hamburger, watching.
It's an
we
iPod.
watch
Yeah, the
movies
iPod.
on this thing,
Yeah.
and it just blows my mind. Now I can't even figure out how to turn it on. But is that where we're headed?
Well, yes.
Is that
there's,
what
there's
happening
two
to the
ways.
movie?
There's two ways we're headed. To the small screen
Uh-huh.
and to the huge screen.
Nothing in between.
Yeah, nothing in between. It's like you want the small screen to carry with you. When you're home, you want the biggest thing you can find,
Talk about the biggest thing you found, because what's in your living room?
Right now I'm using a 73-inch.
Okay. What about the clarity? Because used to, if you had a big TV, the clarity was terrible.
Well, it is if you're watching the old material. But if you're watching the new stuff, it's like looking through a window. The new HD stuff, like I said, you double the lines. You're going from 525 lines of resolution to 1,080.
Don't try explaining that to her. She's looking at you
Well,
like,
when he
huh?
came back from the trade show and he said, "You ready to go high def?" and I said, "I don't know about this," but you are determined that's where we're going.
Well,
So,
we've got to.
Yeah.
Of course, now everything at the trade show this year was the trade show was always about 8 to 10 years ahead of where things are. So everything at the trade show this year was 3D.
wow, 3D.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So the new cameras, Sony's actually uses 2 cameras with a prism. Panasonic's has like a double image thing. But I think it's going to take a while for 3D to catch on because, to be honest, I don't think most people are going to watch TV at home wearing glasses.
Yeah.
We'll have to go through another generation to get there.
Can you imagine them watching you in 3D?
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Poking their head right through
No,
the screen.
I'm having a hard time with this high def.
People will be going like that.
That is so funny. That is so funny. Was there anything there that was like the cutting edge? That was the thing that everybody at the show was
3D,
doing?
yeah, the 3D was the cutting edge. I don't know if you went to see Avatar or not.
The last movie I saw in a theater was
Gone with the Wind.
no. I was in that movie.
Oh.
It is Chris who ends up in the Pursuit of Happiness. Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith. That's the last movie I walked into a theater and
Well,
watched.
Avatar, when they made it, they had to wear these suits that had all these little points on them that the computer picked up to make the characters. Well, see, those were being shown at the show 8 years ago.
Wow.
So, but see, it took them 4 years to make the movie. So it was like, it was new technology when they started, and it's new technology to everybody today, but it's really 8-year-old technology that's just getting out there. So I think we're going to see the same thing with the HD. You'll have to have another generation to move along, and they'll be raised in it, and it's just like a kid with a computer, where the older generation had a hard time moving in the computer.
yeah.
The 5-year-olds were sitting there, you know, just going
Nothing
for it.
changes. It's always the same with kids. They know it all, don't they?
Oh yeah, yeah, and it's like the iPods. Now I use an iPod because that's part of my business and what I do.
Right.
But you know, kids with iPods, that you know, they don't think anything about it. They just go on, or they have their smartphones. And the new, as a matter of fact, I was looking at the new iTouch, or not iTouch, the iPhone that's coming out. It's tremendous. It's got face-to-face talking.
Wow.
I can be sitting there looking at it. It'll look at me. Somebody that's got an iPhone on the other end can be looking at me. But if I want to show them what I'm looking at, I can press a button, and it's got a camera in the back that'll show them.
Travis,
What I'm-
I think
what I'm
Travis
looking
and
at.
his son have that because they did that one day to show us how that, gave us an example of it, and it blew my mind. Lee was at the courthouse in Forsyth County, and we're back and forth on that, and I'm like, you are kidding me. Now, who wants a phone like that? I sleep with a phone because of the trucking business. Who wants to roll over at 6 a.m. and somebody looking at you on the phone?
I'm sure you can probably turn the camera
That
off
would
if
be
you
a
want
good
to.
thing. That would be a good thing.
Say, please, not right now.
Is there too much technology? Are we advancing faster than first planned? Are we right on track?
I think we're faster than planned in most people's minds. Technology doubles just every few months.
It's amazing.
If you'll notice, whenever you use a computer or you use an iPod, it starts off at 8 gig, and then it's 16 gig, and then it's 32 gig, then it's 64 gig, and it constantly is a doubling. So that's just kind of the way that technology works. Processors, most of the time it'll double speed. So, and as you get faster processors, then of course things, I saw a new computer the other day that did something like 4 trillion calculations per second. Now this isn't something that's for the general public, but you think about that, 4 trillion calculations.
That's almost a national
Per
event.
second.
A few short years ago, all you could get was 64 kilobytes.
Yeah.
Well, the first internet computer I bought had the modem on it was 300 BPS. That's 300 bits per second. Okay. Now, when I go online, I have 20 MPS, million bits per second.
Wow.
So in 15 years, it went from 300 bits per second to 20 million bits per second.
Good Lord. That is a drastic
And a lot of
difference.
that's video, because
lot
back
of
in
it's
the older
video.
days, all you had was data.
It was just text.
Yeah.
And with text, it was fine, but everything now is graphics, video.
And it is amazing what we can share on the computer. Now, you're going to share some music today. One of the things you've done through Heart of the Home, I'm just sitting here, and in my mind, I can name Broken Ground, ladies who had never been recorded singing before. You did them a cappella sitting in my living room.
Right.
On a stool, family harmony at its best. You did Angel Spirit the first time they had ever been on television. In Charlene's kitchen, actually. You
Right.
brought in all the equipment, and these ladies were very, very nervous, but they nailed it first time. We never did retakes on any of it. You brought in Barry Scott. You know, we've had so many really, really good talent that you have given the opportunity to be on television. In the early days, you were doing television with some of the pioneers of the industry. Now, who are we going to open with today?
A lot of people, I picked this first because a lot of people knew Rex Nealon. And of course, a lot of people know Karen Peck.
Right.
Because Karen,
Because I love Karen.
She sang in this group.
you love
That's
Karen
right.
Peck.
Yes.
Well, Karen was just starting with the Rex Nealons when this was shot. So the first song is going to be The Touch, which Karen Peck leads, and then it'll go right into He's My Best Friend with Rex. And Rex was one of the greatest bass singers ever. And this was shot, I think this was shot in 1982 or 83. So it's been about 30 years.
Well, ladies, we are giving you a warning. Gents, we are giving you a warning. If you have DVR, right now is the time to hit that button. Today you will get an absolutely amazing look back into gospel music, the best of gospel music. Some of the
Whether you're in the mood for chicken strips, a delicious burger, our classic banana split, or an upside-down thick blizzard treat, we've got you covered. Hot and fresh food every day, every time, and delicious DQ soft serve make the perfect pair at your favorite place. Not fast food, fan food fast. Your Blue Ridge, Ellijay, and Jasper Dairy Queens are your meet, eat, and treat headquarters.
Thank you for choosing DQ. How may I serve you?
The mountains are calling, and they're closer than you think. Farmers Crossing in Ball Ground offers creekside lots with homes beginning in the 400s. Walking distance to downtown shopping, dining, tennis courts, Calvin Farmer Park, and local events. It also includes a beautiful hike to Long Swamp Creek. Leave the car and the worries behind. Move in by fall 2023. Call Cherie Martin at 404-375-0590 or Evelyn Calhoun at 770-733-0779.
Georgia Medical Treatment Center now has 2 locations to bring you the high-quality holistic care you've come to know and expect. We treat neck, back, and joint pain with chiropractic care and injection-based treatment without the need for surgery or prescription painkillers. Our medical weight loss program can also provide relief while ridding your body of toxins, pounds, and inches while improving your overall health. Call today for a free consultation, 770-345-2000, or go online to georgiamtc.com.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
The ETC Game of the Week is back again this football season. Watch your local teams go head-to-head each week, only on ETC TV3.
Whether you're swimming in the sea, or splashing in the pool, making a masterpiece, or just making memories, writing a great American novel, or writing your term paper that's due tomorrow. Whatever you do in life, Farmers is here to protect it. For all your insurance needs, call Donald Curtis in Blue Ridge.
Don't y'all love when somebody does something nice for you, nice and free? This week on the 19th, if you live in Pickens County and you are a Pickens County employee of the school system, now I've been sitting here in my head and I've been totaling it up. We got 3 schools, 4 schools, we got school bus drivers, we got lunchroom people, we got people everywhere. Tiffany Haggard and her team from Country Financial are going to be feeding any of you who want to come and eat at the Chamber building. It is going to be on Saturday the 19th. Music by Matt Chastain, activities, games, family fun, Sideburners barbecue. Bring your employee ID showing that you are an employee. Bring your family with you. You all get to eat for free. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Somebody better be killing a bunch of hogs and cooking them up. Cornhole tournament, jumpy house, snow cones. Everybody needs a snow cone. I suggest they get a big old swimming pool and fill it full of crushed ice and let old people who are tired of the heat jump in that, because we are all tired of the heat. Boy, are we tired of the heat. When we think about these little tiny towns that we serve, every year somebody in all the different towns comes up with an idea to do this and this. The blues, the barbecue blues up in Blue Ridge is fantastic. It draws thousands and thousands of people. In Ducktown, everybody loves to find out about the mines. Everybody is interested in the history. They love to go rafting down the Ocoee. There's so many things in our area that draw people in. And luckily, a lot of people who are drawn in are actually buying homes. Some are investing in homes for their own use. Some are investing in rental properties. And it is amazing to me, the growth. But as we grow, we want to bring new things in for everybody to experience. So once again, we're going back to the Scarecrow contest in Ball Ground. It was a lot of fun because there was a lot of variety going on and everybody had everything different. Well, if you watched Zanna's birthday pictures and you saw a mannequin sitting on the washing machine, it's because Miss Taylor was working on the head for the mannequin for the Scarecrow that I'm going to do for the Ball Ground thing. Now it's Elvis. How am I going to dress Elvis? Where am I going to get one of Elvis's suits? I don't know. Maybe I'll just put him in a black leather jacket and black leather pants like he did when he did that 60s comeback, because that was his coolest outfit. It was really, really cool. So I'm going to be looking in the thrift stores for a black leather jacket and black pants. Won't that be cool? I think that'll look good, and I think it would look like Elvis. And Taylor, thank you. You did a great job on that one. So don't forget, the contest is back on again this year. The Scarecrows were really a hit. Everybody loved them. Think of a theme if you're in Ball Ground that you can just say, will people recognize this? What will they think? What would they like? And do it, and do it. I think what I would like would be to see a gangster out of the New York mob sitting in front of Dominic's place, because when you relate to New York, you relate to the mob, because we've all watched, what is that, the NYPD police shows, and we've all watched Law and Order, and it's always about mobs, so I think that would be cool in front of Dominic's place. But get out and become a part of your community. That's what we do. That's what we do. And thank you to Tiffany for doing this. Think about this. The Pickens County school system is one of the largest employers in the county, if not the largest. And her company is willing to provide lunch for all of y'all and your families. I don't know anything about this barbecue company, but they must cook a lot of barbecue. That's all I've got to say. Now, we're going to share some music with y'all, but I want to first ask you to pray for the folks in Hawaii. Bill Sinyard sent me a couple of pictures, and those pictures were he and Melissa in Hawaii. They love to go to Hawaii. They've done it for years. Ron and Shirley love to go to Hawaii. They've done it for years. So that's the one at Graceland. Yeah, he sent that one too. But yeah, that was Graceland, and we are going to be honoring Elvis when we do the thing. This one was in Maui. And this was in Hawaii. This place in Hawaii is like so much of Hawaii. It is now gone. It is absolutely gone. And over 99 people have perished in these fires. Over 1,000 people are missing. Y'all, you think about that. These little communities that we serve, some of our communities don't have more than 2,000 people in it. And this over 1,000 people are missing now. That is just crazy. So please pray for Hawaii. Put the people there. My mother spent years in Hawaii, and she absolutely loved it. She said, "Sugar, you don't understand. It is the most beautiful place in the world. And look at it today." I mean, that is horrific. That is just horrific. So please say a prayer for the folks in Hawaii. And hope that they will recover from what they have been battling. So sad, so sad. Now, I was thinking about the vets yesterday, and I found this thing, and this has to describe them to a T. People rarely succeed at anything unless they have fun doing it. You could tell that even though we were at their home on Sunday, think about that, y'all. On Sunday, you call the vet, and you say, "We have an emergency." And they say, "Come on," and they tell you how to get to their house. Come on. Does that not tell you that they love what they're doing? Absolutely. And again, thank you so much to Dr. Ron and Dr. Pam. That was above and beyond the call of duty, trust me. We're going to take you now to something I know y'all love, and I know you're excited, and I know you're waiting, and I know you want the new CDs. I do too. I wish Astrid would hurry up and do her part, because once she does her part, it's nailed. It's all done. So it's getting to the exciting part. Now it's time for Tim to, he's gonna figure out exactly what he's gonna put on the cover, and he and Dwight will put their heads together, and then they'll go crazy trying to decide which one goes, which one stays, what do they do, how do they do it. We have tons of pictures from these mountains to choose from, so who knows what the choice will be. But we're going to take you now to some of Mr. Ellijay's music. I know you love it. I know you love him. He's a crazy old geezer. And I said I could have just sat him in front of a hay bale with a guitar and put a black wig on him, and he could have been Elvis. But instead, I'm going to use a mannequin. So I hated to make him sit out there in the heat. Sometimes in October, it's hot in Georgia. So. But we're going to go now to just some good music by him. I know you love it, and I know you're going to enjoy this.
We read of a place that's called heaven. It's made for the pure and the free. These truths in God's word He has given Their jewels of splendor are glowing. How beautiful heaven must be. How beautiful heaven must be. Sweet home of the happy and free. Fair haven of rest for the weary. How beautiful heaven must be. The angels so sweetly are singing up there by the beautiful sea. Sweet chords from their gold harps are ringing. How beautiful heaven must be. How beautiful heaven must be. Sweet home of the happy and free. Fair haven of rest for the weary. How beautiful heaven must be. What a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and griefs to bear. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. Oh, what peace we often forfeit. Oh, what needless pain we bear. thing to God in prayer. Have we trials and temptations? Is there trouble anywhere? We should never be discouraged. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Can we find a friend so faithful who would all our sorrow share? Jesus knows our every weakness. Take it to the Lord in prayer.
What perfect music to honor my friend, my dear, dear, dear friend, Fred Wyndham, and his family, who have meant so much to so many in the Christian television network. They've done a lot of stuff for a lot of people, and I hope that nobody ever forgets them. You know, that's one of those things when you pass away, you just hope that somebody remembers how great you were, and he was one of the greatest. Don't forget, on the 19th, at the Chamber of Commerce building in downtown Jasper, you know where it is. It's there at Lee Newton Park. Go to lunch. If you work at Pickens County School System, music, Matt Chastain, activities, family fun and games, side burners barbecue, lots of barbecue going to be done that day, cornhole tournament and jumpy house for the kids and snow cones for the parents, because the kids are going to be jumping and the parents are going to be burning up sitting in the sun. Please get out and support the communities that we serve, from Ball Ground to Turtletown, and I can add in Morganton now because I've been in Morganton a lot lately. We're going to have a house in Morganton on the market probably for a full term. It's going to be redone, and we're going to get some estimates on doing that. It's going to be really, really cool. I love spending time there. That is the sweetest little community, and if you haven't been there, go check out Morganton. Go to Morganton Point and say, oh my gosh, what a beautiful park and what a beautiful area, and get to know that tiny little place. So that's what we're about, these tiny towns that we serve. ETC is lucky enough to expand it in so many areas, and there are areas that still call every day and say, oh, we wish we had your services. Well, we can't hit every single dirt road, but we would love to. Thank you for tuning in to us for the many years that you have. We're going to do one more song by your favorite, Mr. Ellijay. I love having his music to use because it fits the tone of what Fred Wyndham said when we did Heart of the Home. He said, we've got to have gospel music, and I said, of course we do. So of course we do, and today we're going to end today's program with something that Dwight did, and I hope that it will honor my buddy, Fred Wyndham.
When the trumpet of the Lord shall sound, and time will be no more, and the morning breaks eternal, bright and fair, when the saved of earth shall gather over on the other shore, and the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. When the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. steal away somewhere and pray. I just steal away, I just steal away, and I ask the blessed Lord to lead the way. I just steal away, I just steal away, I steal away somewhere and pray. Oftentimes I'm made to bow my head in shame by some idle thought or deed along life's way. But I'll never be ashamed of my blessed Savior's name. I'll steal away somewhere and pray. I just steal away, I just steal away, and I ask the blessed Lord to lead the way. I just steal away, I just steal away, I steal away somewhere and pray. Christ the Savior always answers all my prayers, and He gives me many blessings every day. So when I've done my best and I've failed to pass the test, I steal away somewhere and pray. I just steal away, I just steal away, and I ask the blessed Lord to lead the way. I just steal away, I just steal away, I steal away some